All right, so guys, what's up? Wanted to talk about why being in the army is probably your best option, right? So, when I was in high school, I had options: go to college or join the military, or find a job that paid $10 or more an hour. And my dad never wanted me to fucking stay home, and I didn't want to go back home. I went to Job Corps and met recruiters there, and they gave me that opportunity to take so I can join the army. So right after I finished Job Corps, I went into the army, and I can say I looked at it as a stepping stone because you want your life of your own. You want to depend on anything, especially like your regular 9 to 5 job and everything. So I joined the military and everything. It had structure with it, a decent paycheck. Though when you join the army and everything, like you don't really get paid, your ideal paycheck unless you got a college degree and you want to be an officer. Then yeah, you be making some decent money. You'll be up to par with like an NCO that just got in the ranks, or even an E6. And the rate of promotion varies depending on what MOS you have and where you are skilled at and everything. So it's definitely not for everybody, but I could definitely say if you want structure, you want a decent paycheck, you want a steady paycheck, let's say that, then yeah, I can say the cons to joining the army is basically like your work schedule. It varies. Sometimes you get off work at 5, sometimes you get off work at 3, maybe at 7, and it depends on what the unit that you're at, and everybody has a different work schedule. But regardless, wherever you are in the army, if you're not in no specially assigned unit or whatever, you're waking up at like 5:30, 5 o'clock, depending on how far you away from base to get to PT. That's at 6:30, and that's the only thing that really sucks about it because it's no escaping that. You always have to report for that. You fail to report, then you will get written up and everything. Back then, you'll be doing some push-ups. Maybe somebody else will be doing push-ups with you because you need somebody to blame. But regardless what it is nowadays, is you get written up and everything. But that is a big con for that. But I mean, if you're used to it, you like it, you don't mind waking up that early, then yeah, it'll work out. You won't even mind it and everything. Another big thing that makes it easier is having people that joined with you in the same area, the same duty station. So if you have a friend or whatever that wants to join, then hey, try to stick together. If you can't, like, stay in contact with each other. But definitely make friends and everything. It'll definitely make your time easier. Another pro is you get time off, like during Christmas and during the summertime, during spring break, during Thanksgiving. You get your days off, and you definitely have to sacrifice. Maybe all right. So let's say this. So in a whole year, right? If you don't take no leave, you accumulate 30 days, right? So if you take your leave if every time you had leave and you took leave, you'll be at zero by the end of the year, right? Give or take, maybe after basic training, you went in a hole or whatever, but hey, you got to sacrifice some time, maybe seeing family or traveling and everything if you got a passport. And save up those days because I have about like 54. I saved days, and there's been times when I wanted to go home, but it wasn't wise for me to go home. Depending on where you are. Like, I'm over here in Germany, and it costs an arm and a leg to get back, unless you like buy your tickets like a month or two in advance, or like a airline service that can get you to where you want to be for a decent price. I wouldn't get discouraged though, because you can definitely enjoy wherever you are: Korea, Europe, Italy. Um, there's a couple other duty stations that's in Europe, but I'm infantry, so I don't really know what all bases are located. But I could definitely say you can definitely enjoy your time anywhere. Never stop where you are and just be like, you know what, this place sucks and everything. You could always find the silver lining in everything, where in whatever situation that you're in. So if you are looking to join, you need to find a clear cut goal why you're joining and what you are looking for after you finish your contract, because what you will do is you'll get into the army and then you'll just feel complacent, and that's not good. I mean, unless you really love the army and you want to stick to it, and you just say, you know what, I'm gonna join the army and I'm gonna make it through 20 years or whatever and stuff. You need to have a plan for what you're gonna do afterwards, because your contract will last maybe 3 years for a minimum, 3 years to 5 years or 6 years, depending on what the crew told you. So what you need to do is you need to have your short-term goals or while you're joining, and you need to have your long-term goals while you're joining, or what you're gonna do afterwards and stuff. Never depend on the army. Not saying like it's a bad thing, but what people do is when it's time for them to get out, they don't have a plan. You don't have a plan what you're gonna do. So what you just make the default decision and you stay in, or you get out and then you're working at McDonald's, knowing damn well you're way better than that. So what I can say is use it as a stepping stone. I've been in for a while, and I could definitely say that you definitely want to have a goal afterwards. The army is not the end all be all, and you could definitely make it out in society with a regular job, getting paid way more and everything. But if you want to travel, you want to have a different lifestyle. You want to work out. Hey, the army is for it. Hey, you actually get rewarded for being fit. All right, so I could definitely say that take that seriously when it comes to making that decision whether if you want to join or not. But it's definitely a good gig you want to get into. It's definitely a very good stepping stone. Your resume will look well furnished. You stay in for about 3 or 5 years and everything. You get all the schools. I mean, maybe it's not looked highly on every job that you're joining, but some jobs bring favor to those military members, like police force and fire department. You're trained. As long as you're not getting into the army and you're just like a deadbeat and you don't want to work out, you don't want to do anything, then you might just bite the end of the bullet, on that one. So definitely give it your all when you're joining. Definitely give it your all when you're in and everything. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop what got you in. Keep on going. And if you're looking towards going, hey, it starts here. It starts here. So you gotta keep training yourself. Okay? And just go in, all out. All right. I'll see you guys later, man.